Hi there, welcome back to Let's Cook with Michelle. Today I am going to make a Cajun chicken pasta. I love pasta, I love Cajun, all the good stuff. So I've got my pasta cooked up behind me, it's ready to go. Now I'm going to just cook up my chicken. So I've got my burner started here for my chicken. I've had marinating in some light balsamic dressing, definitely one of my favorites. I take my chicken breasts like I always do. I slice each chicken breast down lengthwise to make 2 breasts out of each one so that they're thinner. It's just a texture thing for me, and they obviously cook quicker as well. So go ahead and put these in the pan. Try not to get myself covered in sauce. Turn her down a little bit. Alright, the chicken is going, so I'm going to put, I'm not going to go crazy because I'm going to put seasonings in the sauce that I'm making, but I do want to season my chicken just a little bit of Cajun seasoning on them. But we'll be putting more seasonings into the sauce, like I said, but you got to do a little bit of something. A little bit of salt. Okay, just a little bit of something to get them started. And like I said, these won't take long. I'm just going to kind of cook this up. Once this cooks through, I'm going to go ahead and set it aside. I love to marinate my different meats. It just makes it a lot more tender if you can marinate it for a couple of days. Just gives it flavor and it makes it more tender. So, as always with this recipe, like all of my other recipes, if you don't like a specific seasoning or a veggie that I put in or the specific pasta I use, switch it to however you want. That's what I do with my cooking. I will see a recipe that sounds good and I will change it based on what sounds good to me, what I have on hand. So that's the best part about cooking, is you can be really creative and change it to what sounds good to you and what you have to cook with. I'm going to go ahead and give it a flip. It's not giving it a lot of a brown sear just because it's got so much of that marinade in here. But I'll make sure that that marinade, I'm not going to put that into my sauce because it doesn't go with the whole Cajun seasoning thing that I'm going with. But okay, the chicken is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out, set it aside. I will slice that when we're ready to serve it. And because this balsamic dressing there's a lot of liquid in the pan from that, I'm going to get all of that out because we're making a Cajun sauce that I don't want to mess with that. So we're going to go ahead and set this chicken to the side and then clean out my pan, and then we're going to start making the sauce together. Alright, we're back. So now the pan is cleaned out. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of butter. Let that melt in there. And now we're going to start cooking our vegetables. We want to get the vegetables tender. Alright, my 4 tablespoons of butter is just about melted, so I'm going to add in my onion. This was about, I'd say maybe half of a yellow onion. Yellow onion is more sweet. It called for more onion, but I didn't want a ton. And this is about 1 red pepper. And you can add and take away things as you like. You can add green pepper, whatever your preference is. Get some fresh garlic in here. You obviously can chop up some fresh garlic yourself. I just always opt for the easier jar, don't come for me. And then some portobello mushrooms. Big ones so my kids can pick them out because they'll find them. Even if I made them minuscule, they would find them. So I just make them big so they can pick them out easily. Alright, so we're just going to saute this. Let these get tender, get a little brown, and then we'll come back and do the rest. So Easter's coming up. Are you doing anything fun for Easter? We tend to get together as a family. We always focus around food. My family loves food. I just like to be with family, hopefully have a nice day to be outside, see if I can make it to church. That would be nice. I just went to a local fundraiser last weekend, had a blast. The fundraiser was for the House of Hope, and they put money in for women who are trying to get out of poor situations or that have aged out of foster care. So it's a really neat a neat system to be able to contribute to and support. If you wanted to donate to the House of Hope, they're in Waterloo, Iowa, at the bottom of this post. I'll put the link down so you can donate to them. It's an excellent place to put some money towards, so definitely look into that. All right, my veggies have been going for a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. All right, so we need about 2 tablespoons of the Cajun seasoning. Okay. And I know it called for some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. So I'm not going to go crazy because the Cajun, I'm sure, has some salt in it. I can always add more, but you can't take that away. So parsley. We'll put a little parsley inside, and then I'm also going to put some parsley on top when it's done. Alright, just sprinkle in just a little bit of flour. Alright, and then you stir it in until the flour is absorbed on all the veggies. This is just to kind of thicken the sauce a little bit. I didn't have any chicken bouillon, so I took 2 cups of water and added 2 cubes of chicken bouillon. Alright, now I'm going to add in my 2 cups of heavy cream. And I'm going to do some fresh grated Parmesan and then my new favorite cheese. I found this in a 4-cheese pasta that I made, a homemade 4-cheese pasta. You can see that on my page. But this is the Italian style shredded cheese. I love it because it's got skim, mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, Romano, Fontina, and Assaggio. This is one of my new favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this in. I would say it's probably about half the bag, so probably about 4 ounces. And then I've got some fresh grated Parmesan that I did yesterday, and so I'll go ahead and put that in. I'd say that's also probably about 4 ounces. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix these in, let these melt, and then right at the end here I'm going to add this can of Rotel. If you want this to be a little spicier, you can get medium Rotel. I always get the mild Rotel, but you could get spicier Rotel. You could add some jalapenos to this, some chipotle peppers. You could do lots of different things to add some more spice and flavor to this. Alright, so I've got all of these things mixed in. I'm going to go ahead and add in my Rotel. I have that drained. I'm going to go ahead and add that in and then let it simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes. And then, once it's done simmering, I'm going to taste it, see if I want to change it at all. Alright, let's give it a few minutes and we'll come back and test it out together. While the pasta is simmering, while the sauce is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my chicken breasts. You could change your protein, as always, if you want something else. If you don't want any protein in it at all, you can eliminate the chicken. You can change it to shrimp. You could do steak. You could do whatever you prefer. I would love this with shrimp as well. I absolutely love shrimp. Scallops. I'm a seafood girl, big time. Alright, I'm going to taste the sauce. It's been going for a while here. I'm going to taste it, see if I want to change the sauce at all, and then go ahead and add in the chicken. The Cajun's good, the salt is good. I don't want to add any more salt. I think that's really good. I would add a little bit more cheese, but I think I'm out of cheese. Let me look. I think I want a little bit more Parmesan. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more fresh shredded Parmesan. Yep, there she goes. There's my little nugget. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. All right, so I'm going to put my parm, let that go ahead and melt, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken. Get rid of the spatula. And you heard galloping across the living room floor. Alexa, turn the timer off. All right, my chicken is diced. It's very juicy because it was marinated. I made sure not to overcook it. All right, let me wash my hands, get this out of here. All right, I've got the chicken mixed in. Let's taste the sauce. Clean spoon. That's better. A little bit more Parmesan to that made it really good. All right, let's go ahead and add some of this pasta. I want to splatter myself. I'm not going to mix it all in just to start because I want it to be really saucy. I don't want this to not have enough sauce. I like a lot of sauce on my pasta. I'm one of those annoying people. I go to a restaurant and I'll ask for extra sauce. And one thing too is if you're going to have leftovers, your pasta is going to suck up all that extra sauce. So if you're going to be putting some in the fridge or saving some for later, keep some of that sauce separate so that it's nice and saucy later when you want to eat it. All right, add in a little bit more. Let's get a dish and try some. All right, I let it sit for a little bit. Putting a little bit of fresh parsley on top. This looks so good. So, we're gonna go ahead and make a bowl of it to try. This has the chicken already mixed in. All right, a little bit of this fresh grated Parmesan. Don't need a lot, that's already mixed in, but gotta make the presentation yummy. A little bit more parsley on top of this one. You ready for this? I am. Love pasta. Look at it. Okay, let's try this. So I'm gonna cut one of these little pieces of chicken a little bit smaller, maybe. Yeah, screw it. All right, mushroom, chicken, and pasta. That is so good. Adding that fresh Parmesan at the end, that was good. It's really creamy. I love all the things I put in here. Like I said, change it if you don't like all these items, but this is really, really good. This is gonna make really good leftovers. And I absolutely love the flavor. Add this to your list. The cheese, the mushrooms, the chicken, the red peppers. There's so much flavor in this. It's really, really good. I highly recommend this one. I'm in love with it. Didn't take me that long. You just have to let the sauce kind of cook itself. Check it out. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Please make sure you like, share, follow. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And all of my full videos are always on YouTube at Let's Cook with Michelle. Have a good day.